Today we will solve a very simple yet very important problem. This problem is often asked in coding rounds and coding interviews of any product-based company. If not the exact problem, then you may be asked a variation of a similar kind of problem. To understand the whole video, you will need a prerequisite knowledge on hashing and time complexities. If you don't have any idea about what all these are, then you can go through the link given in the description section where I have already explained hashing and time complexities. So we have a problem statement where we need to check if a pair exists in a given array whose sum is equal to a number taken as input. So let's assume that we have an array with elements like -2, -5, 7, 5, 1. And we also have a user input x which is equal to 0. Now we have to check whether there exists a pair whose sum is equal to 0 or not. In this case, we have a pair +5 plus -5 equals to 0. So the output will be true. If there wasn't any pair, then the output would have been false. This is our problem statement. In this video, we will show 3 different methods to solve this problem. One with n square time complexity, another with n log n time complexity, and the last one with n time complexity. First, we will start with the naive approach, which do not require much thinking. The time complexity of this approach is n square. Here, we have 2 nested loops as you can see in the code in the right. What's the general way of approach? We will take an element from the array and pair it with every other element that is next to it to check if the sum is equal to the desired value or not. So let's dry run the entire code. In the first loop, it takes the first index value, that is -2, and then loop it till the last to check a valid pair. -2 plus -5 is not equal to 0, so the inner loop increments by 1 index. -2 plus 7 not equals to 0, again increments. -2 plus 5 not equals to 0, -2 plus 1 not equals to 0. Now since the array has ended, it will come out of the inner loop and increments the index value of the outer loop and try to pair the second element with every other elements next to it. -5 plus 7 is not equals to 0, so the index value increases by 1. Now, -5 plus 5 equals to 0. Finally, a match is found, so it is returning true. If the match was not found, it would have continued in the loop, and at the end of the outer loop, it would return false. This algorithm does not require any extra space because all the calculations, all the processing is done in the array itself. So, the space to complexity of this algorithm is big O of 1, that is constant. As there are 2 nested loops running n times each, so the time complexity of this entire method is n square. Okay, we have seen that the time complexity of the previous algorithm was big O of n square, which is quite high, right? So now we have to check whether we can reduce this time complexity or not. Yes, we can. So let's look at the next method. In this method, we will sort the entire array using any sorting algorithm, preferably heap sort, merge sort, because these sorting algorithms are stable and it requires time not more than n log n. After sorting, we will initialize 2 variables which points to the first and last index. Let's name them left pointer and right pointer. Now we will run a loop to traverse the array where we will be shifting the left pointer to the right and the right pointer to the left based on certain conditions. So what will be the exit condition? The loop will continue till the time the left pointer is less than the right pointer, because once the left pointer becomes equal or greater than the right pointer, it means we have done traversing the whole array. Now let's get into the loop. In the first iteration, we have to add the values in the left and right pointers, which is -5 plus 7. The sum is 2, which is greater than 0. Now, since sum is more, we have to try decreasing the sum. One way to do that is shift the right pointer to the left, because don't forget we have just sorted the array in the previous step. If the sum was less than 0, we would try to increase the sum by moving the left pointer to the right. Now right pointer is at 5 because we have shifted the right pointer to the left. So minus 5 plus 5 equals to 0. So it returns true, and if the sum would not match, then it would have continued in the loop, and at the end of the loop it would return false. The loop that we ran just now uses big O of n time complexity because at the worst case it will traverse the whole array. I am assuming that the sorting algorithm that you have used previously is the best one, and so it is taking big O of n log n time complexity. So the total complexity of the entire code becomes big O of n log n because n log n is greater than n. Now look at the space complexity of this code. The loop that we ran just now uses big O of 1, that is constant space, because all the processing are done in place. If you have used merge sort in the previous step as a sorting technique, then the code will take extra big O of n space complexity. But since we are using inbuilt sorting function in our code, we can safely say that it is taking the best space and time complexity, and hence the entire code has complexity of big O of 1 in space and big O of n log n in time. So you can see we have reduced the time complexity from n squared to n log n quite successfully. But can we do it more? Yes, we can. But we have to compromise some of the space that we have used previously. We can do it using hashing. Have a look at this code. I have used Java over here, but you can use any language of your choice. I have taken a hash set of type integer. Why I have written integer like this in angular brackets, I will explain everything in another Java tutorial, but not here. For now, this much knowledge is sufficient that this is a hash set of type integer. Hash set is a Java collection which stores elements in the form of unique keys. These keys can be accessed in constant time. What are we doing here? We traverse every element in the array and check if the difference between the element and the array is there in the set or not. If it is not there, we insert the element as key into the hash set, and if it is there, it means that a pair exists which makes the sum equals to 0. All these accesses to the hash set are done in constant time. Now let's take the first element. 0 minus minus 2, that is plus 2, is not there in the set, so we are inserting it. Plus 5, again not there in the set, we are inserting it. Minus 7 is not there in the set, we are inserting it. Now in the next element, 0 minus 5, that is minus 5, is already there in the set. So we can say that a match is found where minus 5 and plus 5 makes a pair. Now the time complexity is reduced to big O of n because at the worst case we are traversing the entire array. However, we are using an extra space of size n because we are storing the elements as keys in the hash set. So space complexity is big O of n also. Now it's on the developer to decide the trade-off between the time and space complexity. If you are given any similar problem in a coding round of a company, then go for the hashing method because you don't get enough time to experiment and you may get execution timeout if you don't use the best method. Coding rounds usually don't check space complexity, so you are safe in that case. But if you are asked in an interview, go in the same order that I explained. First the highest complexity, then the medium one, and then the best one. So this was all about this problem. I have uploaded all the 3 codes for your reference in GitHub. The link is given in the description. You can refer them for any doubt. Also, I have added 2 practice problems of similar types on the screen. Please solve it by yourself. In case of any doubt, you can mail me or contact me in Facebook, Instagram and LinkedIn. I hope you liked the video. If you did, then please give a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. All your suggestions are welcome and we will come with better videos in future. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.